Stop watching tarot teachers on YouTube. Want to know one thing that might be slowing down your tarot learning curve? Watch this video. And if you want the secret to learning the language of tarot, watch this video.
I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
From ZenRoseGarden.com,
home of Zen Ed Academy.
And we're going to get into that right now.
Now it's time for Tarot Teaching Gone Wrong.
So this is the day I tell you about how the most common method of teaching tarot out there is actually blocking you from learning tarot as fast and efficiently as you could. It's dead wrong.
Absolutely. It is wrong and it's dead, and we're going to beat that dead horse. Anyway, hit this like button if you have heard this before, or that like button down there.
1. All you need to know about tarot, you can learn through your intuition ever.
All that you ever need to know.
Keyword, ever. Yes. I know that this is a common assumption, and that is exactly why you should question it.
And if you want the full and true scoop, keep watching.
A great teacher of any topic can reverse engineer the complex to the simple basics and walk the student in the front door, add the right what, the how, and the when, and build increasingly complex layers of knowledge until their student is a boss.
Put my name down, flip it, and reverse it.
Oh boy. And here's where so many tarot teachers go really, really wrong. They start by teaching all the fluffy fluff and never get deeper because it has worked for them just fine all these years, and it's going to work for you, right? Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, let's just go no. But just fine isn't the same thing as amazing. It lacks that wow factor that comes with insanely accurate and insightful readings. But where do you get that?
So in the beginning, don't get me wrong, you use intuition a lot. And a lot of some methods rely heavily on intuition more than others, like the French school of tarot. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to get you off track too much because you don't know the cards yet, though.
Right.
So in the beginning, you use intuition a lot because you don't know the card meanings very well.
Not yet. Now, don't get me wrong. This is your natural ability showing itself, and it's really cool, right? But this is just your first step. A word of caution. Please don't stop there. Don't get stuck there. Don't become complacent to your intuition. There's more. There's more. I promise.
You're just gonna beat a dead horse. Okay. Drama queen.
Yes. Have you met me?
There's a lot more interesting stuff to learn that will add so much more detail and insight.
And accuracy.
To your readings, especially if you're considering becoming a professional reader.
If you want to go pro, keep going. If you have no desire to ever go pro, stop right here. Turn this off. No need to keep watching.
Unless you're super curious, because I know you are. But if you want to understand all the juicy layers that tarot is working with, and it works with a lot of layers, including intuition, you're going to want to watch till the end.
I'm like an ogre. I've got layers. I'm like an onion. I've got layers. I'm like tarot. I've got layers.
He's an ogre when he doesn't have second coffee.
Yes. So here's a story that's going to help illustrate what we mean.
So I remember when my daughter was little, she loved to dance to everything. And at 3 years old, she was just naturally, she could move in the style of any music you put on, like literally anything. It was like some wacky past life body memory or something. And I was in performing arts at the time and having a conversation with my friend Ralph, who was head of a dance company here in Las Vegas.
What's up, Ralph?
Yes. We were talking about who she would be when she grew up and if she would love to dance professionally since she seemed to have a natural aptitude. And I said, yeah, who knows? Maybe she will dance for your company one day. And then Ralph snapped into pro mode that's kind of what he did. He said, he's from the South, so he's like Southern. But Ralph all of a sudden got dead serious. And he said, yeah, but first she needs to get all her ballet, all her tap, all her modern, and all her jazz. Then she can come dance with me. And I was like, whoa.
Hold up.
Hold
Wait
up.
a minute. That just got flipped and reversed.
Yep.
Even if you are a natural dancer with some really sweet moves, and your friends tell you that if you got on stage with a seasoned ballerina or professional jazz dancer, that you could totally freestyle your way to fame.
Yeah.
Right? Pretty sweet dream, right? You'd still wind up looking like an epileptic chicken when you're put side to side with seasoned professionals.
It's context. And natural talent is great. You got to have that first. But a seasoned professional who's put in the work, studied the techniques, and practiced their ass off will always do a much better job.
So here are the real steps to being a boss in any profession. We're just going to use dance for this particular example.
So first, you may or may not have a natural aptitude. Great. You have some moves, or at least the desire to have some moves.
I like to move it. Second, you learn the steps and the techniques so that you can move from the basics to the technically advanced moves, aka the cool shit that makes everybody marvel at your skills. Anyway, this is where you start polishing the moves so they look effortless when they aren't.
Right. So third, if you get that far, you work with a master coach or mentor to unfold your personal style and make it your own. That's the fun part. And they're going to find all the flaws so you can fix them, like yelling at you until you point your foot exactly the right way. Or they'll tap their cane, like the ballet dancers in the movies. They'll tap their cane on the floor to make damn sure you get it right.
And here's what we find in tarot. Many teachers base their teaching on extras like their personal style, or let you go off on a long leash with your style and don't know enough to rein you in for long enough to get your legs strong enough to hold you for the long run, and end up not ever teaching you the actual tarot itself.
So as a result, your tarot never reaches the level of excellence that is possible. You don't even know what you're missing out on, right?
So you do need your style to develop, yes. But like with dance, if you never learn the actual steps, if you never train yourself, you're never going to get a gig as a headlining dancer or a top choreographer.
Why don't more tarot teachers tap the cane to keep you in rhythm and help you find your flow when it comes to reading?
I think it may be simply that many don't really know where their personal style diverges from the steps because they never went deep, they never trained well enough.
It can be really painful to watch.
In the arts, first you have to have the elusive it, the it factor. Then you get the training. Then your style can shine effortlessly.
When I was a voice teacher back in the day, a new student wanted to sing and develop their style and go pro. It was really fun, right? And they had zero foundation or technique, and they didn't want that part at all. I said I would coach them, but if they didn't want to dig in, they wouldn't have the stamina to go pro. They had no patience to put in the work. They just wanted to sing the pretty songs, karaoke style. And you can kind of guess the rest. They're still managing that. Taco Bell never went pro.
Anyway, samesies with anything, including tarot.
You see, your intuition gets you started. And after you learn tarot, it enhances the knowledge you have about the tarot in a big way. And it just keeps growing and your style unfolds from there.
But if all you ever do is vibe on the pictures based on someone else's style, it's going to take you a lot longer to learn. You're going to have to unlearn those bad habits later if you never decide to go, or if you ever decide to go pro. If you never decide to go pro, don't worry about it. But if you ever decide to go pro, you're going to have to unlearn the bad things that you got put in place up here.
Anyway, you see the difference, love the difference. Want to buy me a big truck of chocolate for that gigantic aha moment. Wouldn't mind it at all.
So don't do it the hard way.
Respect the craft.
Do the work.
Be a tarot boss.
Boom, 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 boom. Be a boss, be a boss, be a tarot boss. Since you've watched this far, be sure to check out the goodies that we've got for you. The link is in the description below if you liked this video.
Hit that like button.
And if you want to see more videos like this with all the craziness,
be sure to subscribe.
and spank, spank, spank the bell to turn notifications on
So you're the first to know.
when we drop a new video.
Or go live.
And now it's time to check out these videos.